Why do most diets fail, even when you try to do everything right? Hi, I'm Dr. Bazgha Khalid, a board-certified internal medicine and obesity medicine physician, and one of the things that I see my patients struggle with the most is nutrition. They've literally tried every diet, every possible diet under the sun, from keto to paleo to Atkins to low carbohydrate to very restricted or calorie restricted diet to vegetarian diet or any other diet plan that you can think of, but none of those diet plans work. Today, I'll talk about how rigged food industry, outdated nutrition guidelines, and ultra-processed foods are the real culprits for all this chaos around nutrition and what we can do to overcome it. Today, I'll share some of the patient questions that I get asked a lot.
I follow meal plans and track calories, but the scale moves when it wants to. Why do so many diets fail?
That's a great question. Most diets, unfortunately, are very restrictive and unrealistic. They cut out foods you enjoy, so people do well on these diets for a short time, but it's hard to keep going for the long run. Once you stop, the weight usually comes back. Again, it's because most of these diets are too restrictive that makes them very hard to sustain in the long run.
So what's the best diet then?
The best diet is the one you can stick to for life. I think of it as not a diet, but as nutrition to fuel your body. It should mostly be whole foods like fruits, vegetables, lentils, legumes, whole grains, lean protein and meats, and also lets you enjoy treats sometimes. It should fit your culture, lifestyle, and budget. This will allow you to stop thinking of this as diet and start to think of it as nutrition to fuel your body.
Should I just go plant-based to be healthy?
Not always. Plant-based diets can be very healthy, but you don't have to go 100% plant-based. Including some lean proteins, fish, eggs, or dairy is actually great. The key is to eat a variety of nutrient-rich whole foods and avoid ultra-processed junk.
Can supplements fix a bad diet?
Supplements can fill small nutrition gaps, but they cannot replace real food. Real food provides you protein, fiber, and thousands of nutrients which pills cannot provide. So you cannot out-supplement poor diet.
Which supplements do you recommend?
It depends on your needs. Vitamin D, omega-3s, B12s, they are the common ones that many people may benefit from, especially if you are on a plant-based diet. But it's best to talk to your doctor before starting any supplement.
Nutrition advice can be so confusing. What can I do on a personal level?
Focus on eating mostly whole foods, cook more at home, avoid ultra-processed foods, learn the basics about nutrition, and listen to how your body feels after eating. This simple approach works the best, especially in long run.
But real food is expensive. I end up buying cheap processed stuff.
Exactly. The real food can be expensive, and unfortunately, millions of people across the globe cannot afford real food. This forces us into ultra-processed junk that feeds bellies but not bodies. Ultra-processed food displaces the nutrient-rich options and is the real reason for most diets to fail. It's tough to eat healthy when junk food is cheaper than real food. However, a little planning, flexibility, and creativity can go a long way.
What is ultra-processed food?
Ultra-processed food is made in factories with ingredients you and I wouldn't normally use in our kitchen, like artificial flavors, preservatives, emulsifiers, colorings, and flavor enhancers. Ultra-processed food is usually high in salt, sugar, unhealthy fats, and very low in natural nutrients and fiber. Examples are soda, chips, instant noodles, candy bars, packaged foods and cookies, fast food, breakfast cereals. A simple way would be to think of food that has long list of labels that you don't recognize, and some of it is actually very hard to pronounce, at least for me. That is ultra-processed food.
What's wrong with our nutrition guidelines?
Our nutrition guidelines are mostly outdated and influenced by food industry. They give one size fits all advice. They focus too much on calories and fats instead of whole foods, and they don't explain clearly how to eat healthy in real life. So people end up confused and misled.
How do I overcome the broken food system on an individual level?
Let me give you a simple personal level plan to overcome confusing and outdated nutrition guidelines. Number 1, eat mostly whole food. Think of vegetables, fruits, legumes, lentils, whole grains, lean protein, meat, fish. Secondly, avoid ultra-processed foods. Think of chips, sodas, packaged sweets, instant noodles, fast food. Number 3, learn basic nutrition. Understand protein, carbohydrates, fiber, fats, and why our body needs them. Number 4, listen to your body. Notice how different foods affect your energy, digestion, and mood. Number 5, follow reliable health sources. Last but the most important point is to cook more at home. I think of it this way. The more you prepare meals at home, the more control you have over the quality of ingredients. Let's talk about food industry, especially fast food industry. They are out there to make money. They are not out there to make you and I healthy. So what we go out and eat is basically fast food, which is made with ingredients which are low quality, and that food is made in bulk. When you and I cook at home, we control the quality of ingredients. The food made at home is fresh, it's much better tasting, it's healthier, and mostly less expensive than fast food.
Doc, I work 2 jobs and I do not have time to cook.
I completely understand. Meal prep and planning can go a long way. Think of spending maybe 2 to 3 hours a week to make food, like cooking a big batch of chicken or beans, some roasted vegetables, and portion them with quinoa or any other whole grain that you like. Store it in containers for easy grab and go healthy meals all week. Most diets fail not because of lack of effort on your part, but because they are very restrictive and not sustainable in the long run. I suggest that you stop thinking of what you eat as diet, which sounds very restrictive, and start to think of it as nutrition that truly fuels your body. If this talk was helpful, then please like and subscribe for more. And it's time that we start to eat smarter, not harder.